Alright, so test recordy.
Yeah.
Helpful. That's really going to give us some quality talkies
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
test.
You know, that's what I do. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yarp.
Yarp. You good?
It's recording.
Oh, so you are good.
I am good. I am. Thanks for asking, friend.
That's all right, man. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Unnamed Podcast. We're back, baby.
Back by not popular demand.
Would you say an unpopular demand?
No, like it's
No demand.
There's no popularity at all, whether negative or positive.
Well, that's good. That makes me feel warm inside.
I don't. Anyway, I'm Lindsay.
I'm Connor.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, only ever.
What do you want to talk about?
I was thinking we'd talk about some,
Just chat some shit.
chat some shit, and then probably talk about some movies. I'd
Chat
say
some shit. Righto.
there's plenty enough to talk about out there. Finishing off the last episode last week, we were going to talk about the Venom trailer, but we didn't get around to it. So I was thinking we both had a good.
Were we?
Yeah, we were. We both had a good quality.
Did you cut
Watch
that
it?
out?
Probably.
Oh.
It's alright. I'll edit this bit out.
Excellent.
Good.
No, I'm leaving it in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the Venom trailer. Lots of Venom in it, if I might add.
Oh, yeah.
Stacks of Venom.
Nothing but symbiote.
It looked real good. Special effects were great. They really portrayed Tom Hardy running in a very believable way.
Yeah, and he rode that scooter pretty scooter-like. Or is that a motorcycle? I
I
don't
think it was a motorbike, bro.
I
It's
don't
Tom
care.
Hardy.
I zone out whenever Tom Hardy's on screen.
It's going to be a great experience watching the movie for you then.
Well, like, as soon as the symbiote suit is not on him anymore,
That's
then,
how-
yeah, I'm zoning out from there, but then I'll pay attention again.
That's how I felt about Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3.
What's wrong with Topher?
That was terrible.
He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he's alright.
That's all Sam Raimi's fault.
He can do nothing wrong by me, including Spider-Man 3. Such a masterpiece. I feel like every Marvel creation of Spider-Man now, I'm going to be comparing to those three movies, just like I did with Amazing Spider-Man. Always.
So, Avengers Infinity War is going to be put
Yep.
back to Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
That's,
Anything.
That's your bar for
All right,
Marvel.
I'm sticking to it now.
That's your bar for Marvel.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nothing can top Spider-Man 2. Pizza time. So, yeah, anyway. We saw a lot of Tom Hardy running. A lot of him slouch walking, which is something he loves to do in every single movie he does.
A lot of unnecessary face shaking.
Yep, there was that. We could understand him, so that's something new. He's broadening his horizons by talking properly and not in grunts, as we've seen in the last couple of things. What else did we get?
I don't know, man. Like I said, I zone out when Tom Hardy's on screen, to be honest.
Well,
Like, there was nothing in
there
that
was-
trailer except a bit of narration going, yeah, we got stuff going on in our life. It's not great.
Everybody's got a thing. I don't know why I said that super Australian, but everybody's got a thing, mate.
Yeah, well.
Some like your didgeridoos, some like your boomerangs.
Anyway,
How are we out of content for this trailer?
I don't know, because
This
there's nothing
is-
in the trailer.
There is nothing in it.
It's a crap trailer.
It really
Well,
is.
I mean, we can't really say that. It's a teaser trailer.
I'm sick of these teaser trailers.
Yeah,
man.
I'm pretty sick of teaser trailers too. Like,
Just-
it's just that sort of like, let's just mill out content or mill out just the slightest bit of anything just to get something on screen so the fans will stop bitching.
You notice that weird thing that trailers are doing nowadays, where they show you like a summation of the whole teaser trailer or full trailer, whatever, in about 6 seconds before the actual trailer starts. Have you noticed a lot of doing, like, it'll be like some
No.
fast-paced action sequences, then it'll go silent again, and then the actual trailer will start.
I'm pretty sure that was just the link that I tagged you in did that, because I've seen the actual trailer where it's just the trailer and none of that shit at the start.
I got dodgy sources then.
Yeah, you got a bad link. You should check your computer for viruses.
I am a virus.
I've noticed.
So, moving on from that pile of shit.
Did you see? Or do you want to keep talking Marvel?
Oh, we can continue on Marvel. What
Well,
else we got?
It's Marvel.
What else we got going?
Infinity War.
Yeah, I
The-
know of it.
The second trailer for that dropped somewhat recently.
Yeah,
At the same time as the Solo trailer, I think it was.
yeah. Makes sense why we didn't talk about it then. I mean, this is
Star
a
Wars. It's Star Wars
this is
specific podcast.
unofficial Star Wars podcast. Yeah.
No, it's official.
Oh, is it? Oh
yeah,
shit.
We're actually going to call the podcast the Warsies.
The Warsies.
The Warsies.
You gonna stick to that?
No.
Good.
Anyway,
Thank
so
God.
the Warsies is now going to talk about another war, the Infinity War.
Oh, nice
See
segue.
how I flipped it? Yeah.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
I only hate myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. Not much else. I would just say a couple of variations on previous scenes from the first trailer.
Yeah, pretty much. There wasn't much to it. It was like
It's really short.
not less than a minute, but
Unless-
it wasn't a teaser trailer.
Yeah, unless that was just us choosing dodgy sites to watch stuff off.
which we apparently
YouTube.
do. YouTube is dodgy. Well, there wasn't much in it. It's the Hulkbuster's in it. Yippee! Spider-Man's finally getting his spider sense.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm just looking forward to Spider-Man in general. Like, as you probably found out in the last episode, Spider-Man's my jam.
Yeah,
I jam on that Spidey.
yeah, he a boy. I reckon. I'm trying to think of the production times for Infinity War in relation to Homecoming. Was Homecoming already done by the time Infinity War started filming?
I'd say so. You can't. It'd be hard to double book an actor properly like that. Either that or
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just wondering if the reception of Homecoming, which was pretty good, maybe bumped Spider-Man's role in Infinity War up. Because you've got to think, Infinity War has been building for the last 10 years. Spider-Man was only a recent acquisition, to be used by Marvel. So what would the movie have been like if he wasn't in it, I wonder?
Okay, so according to my reputable sources, Spider-Man Homecoming came out in June 28, 2017,
Yep.
and Infinity War's filming started January 23rd, 2017.
Oh,
And then, they finished filming in July, so he was very much...
he was very much part of it.
I don't know. There's normally like half a year worth of post-production, though, so you could probably give or take. It would have just finished around the same time. So
So it was already sort of set before Homecoming.
what's that?
So it was already sort of set out before Homecoming was even released.
Oh,
well,
yeah, for
well and
sure.
truly.
Well, this has been in the making for like well beyond Homecoming's release, I think.
I know, but I'm just wondering about Spider-Man's inclusion, like how heavy it's going to be.
I'd say now that they've got him, it would be pretty heavy because judging from the comics, like Spider-Man's a pretty hefty character in like all of the major plots. Like if you go back to Civil War,
Yep.
in the actual comics itself, he was like the key character in Civil War. So it was a big score for them to have him in Captain America 3.
Or Avengers 2.5.
Yeah. But yeah, do you like the look of what's his name? The guy who plays Thanos?
Josh Brolin?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I think he's good. He's a big hulking evil character.
Yeah, he's got the head for it.
Yeah. Thank God the rest of his body is CGI. He's not quite that big.
You don't know.
I do know.
He could have been bulking up.
Bulk, beefcake.
If Ben Affleck got that big for Batman vs Superman,
But
he can do the same.
Yeah. The thing is, Ben Affleck doesn't really take care of his body when he's not filming.
Wait, you leave Ben alone.
Have you seen those photos?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Ugh. Just classic. Just classic.
But I reckon my biggest problem with stuff like Infinity War, all the other Avengers, like, because they've got so many people in it. Even Civil War actually did it not too bad, because they've got so many, like, big name stars in it. Big name, not just the big name stars, but, like, the people they play, big name characters. Like, it's hard to give equal and proper screen time to all of them.
Yeah, but I think, we get most of that with the solo movies. But in saying that, all their solo movies are sort of intertwining now as well. Like, Iron Man was a pretty big part of Homecoming.
Yeah, it was just Spider-Man, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man needs to piss right off. He's had 3 of his own. He's been a part of like one other major league or 2 or 3 other major leagues, and just needs to piss right off Spider-Man. That was the worst part of that movie, is all the Iron Man in there.
I think,
Like,
yeah. I think there was
love RDJ as much as the next man, but fuck off.
I'm just looking forward to his character actually getting what he deserves. I mean, he is a dick. He's a real dick. He needs to just own up.
Yeah, but Stan Lee wrote him that way originally. Like, he literally created the character because he wanted to know if he could create a dick of a character and have people love it. That's literally what happened.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
Bloody well worked. But,
So you can't whinge that he's a dick.
yes, well, I can. In Civil War, he's like, we need to have boundaries. He's the reason you guys need to have boundaries. You created Ultron, man. That's on you. That whole movie, that whole plot, that whole city is on you. And they play that. Yeah.
And Bruce Banner.
Uh,
Bruce helped him.
he's an innocent
Ultron
bystander.
finished, Tony finished it, but Bruce helped him.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Bruce was sort of like, nah, Prob shouldn't
Prob-
do this.
Prob shouldn't.
Tony was like, yeah, let's do it, bro.
yeah, let's do it. Peer pressure on the nerd.
Exactly.
All right, so moving on.
All right, well, let's talk about Josh Brolin's other shit going on.
Yeah,
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
What's going on with him?
Just chatting shit, jokes about balls.
That's the only good movies.
No, it was a pretty good trailer.
The untitled Deadpool sequel.
Yeah, I didn't know it was called that until only recently. I couldn't believe that.
That's pretty classic Deadpool, though.
I like it. It bloody fooled me. So, you know.
It fooled you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought IMDb had gotten it wrong, but
IMDb gets nothing wrong.
nothing wrong ever. Yeah, no, it looked pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to see more. I want to know what Cable's role is in all of it. I want to know how far they're going to go into the X-Men side of things.
Well, they're gonna go pretty far in X-Men because like it's a pretty big aspect of
yeah, but
like they've got nothing else to work with. Like if they discount X-Men, then it's literally just Deadpool making crack jokes the whole movie, which I'm down for.
that'd probably work.
But you know, like 90% of the world wants more shit.
Yeah. No, but
But-
I'm wondering if they're going to do their own thing with, or if they're going to try and integrate it. I doubt heavily that they'll try and integrate it with the other shit, say
Well,
Days of Future Past.
I reckon they will. I reckon they're definitely going to try and bring Deadpool in on one of those major X-Men movies. Like they're bringing more and more X-Men characters into Deadpool. Like Domino is going to be in this one, which I'm super excited for. I love Domino. She's probably one of my favorite X-Men. Cable, obviously. Like I could give or take him. I've never liked Cable in the comics.
Yeah. I think he'll be all right with this portrayal.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be as annoying, I want to say,
I don't know.
as I feel he is in the comics.
I don't know. He's just too serious of a character. Like,
Yeah.
he's got nothing to him that appeals to me.
Exactly.
Like-
But I feel like this portrayal will ease up on that. I reckon
Yeah.
they'll have a good back and forth by the end of the movie.
Well, that's always Deadpool and Cable. Like Cable just hates Deadpool, and you learn to live with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon they're definitely going to try and bring Deadpool into the rest of the X-Men stuff going on.
Well, they've only got a couple more movies to work with.
Oh yeah, because Fox is basically selling all their content.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I don't know, they're poor, I guess.
I don't know. Well, I think they've finally realized that they've just fucked up that much with what they've got that they're like, oh, okay, we may as well give it to someone and let the fans be happy for a change.
Yeah, but they're not known for learning their lessons, really. I mean,
Yeah,
Fantastic Four?
I guess. I mean, a good point to be made there is they fucked up pretty bad with Phoenix. Now, what's their next storyline going to be?
Phoenix! Woohoo!
We can't
Keen
wait for a
for-
bit more Jean Grey.
I'm so keen for it. That's even with, what's her name? Sansa from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
That's even with her portraying the character.
Who is that? What's her name?
I've-
No, this is just the
I've blanked.
worst.
This is embarrassing. Sophie Turner.
Yeah, that's it.
Nailed
Sophie
it.
Turner. Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
I always remember Macy Williams, but not Sophie Turner. Sorry, Sophie. I love you.
Well, it's because she's doing the Phoenix Saga, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm pre-blocking her out of my mind.
Well, they can't go far. The best that they can do, they can't do anything with Logan anymore, or Wolverine. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah, but
So they can't insert him to get money. So they're going to insert
well,
Deadpool.
it's about friggin' time. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Wolverine, but there's just been so many flops with him.
And
I
one
think-
good one.
I think Hugh Jackman was sort of really dying off at the end.
I don't know, man. Logan was one of my favorite movies of last year.
Have not watched it.
What?
Stop looking at me like that.
Hold on. I'm just finding this out now.
Yes. Well, I haven't watched it. What's the problem?
Oh, shit. I'm going to kill you. I'm actually going to kill you. We're going to have to watch this now. I'm okay with that, actually.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with
I
that.
wanted to watch it.
You're just lucky I've got it in 4K.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're excited for that.
All right, let's get off X-Men because it's just depressing to talk about. To
Yeah,
be
it's
honest.
kind of hurting me.
All right. So, do you want to talk about Jacqueline Phoenix? Speaking of Phoenix, do you want to talk about Jacqueline
Oh,
Phoenix?
very nice.
see that segue?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I actually run a Segway business.
Get the fuck out. I'll talk about him. What do you got? I haven't heard anything, so this is going to be surprising.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
he's doing the he's been pegged to star in the Joker movie, like the Joker
Whoa.
origin movie.
Is this going to be in continuity with DCEU?
Yeah, like it's in the DC universe, the DC film universe.
Right. So
I don't know because there was sort of a bit up in the air whether Jared Leto is going to do Suicide Squad 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't.
I
And I wouldn't blame him.
I wouldn't wholeheartedly blame him. Like he was sort of rolled there. He was a bit screwed over. But the Joker origin movie, I'm not sure whether that'd be more about Joker before he was Joker. So that's why Jacqueline. I don't know how to say his name
Yeah, I'm pretty
anyway.
sure,
Other
I'm pretty sure
than
it's Yakin. No,
Yakin.
Yakin Phoenix.
Yaquan.
Aha.
You really got to get the flame at the back of the throat. It's like Yaquan.
Jackin Phoenix. I think.
Yeah. So he's gonna be the Joker.
Right.
Do you actually have any idea what he's done previously? Because I had to look him up. To be honest. Like I know he's done a lot. And he's a great actor.
I can only think of two things, and that's Gladiator. So that's
Yep.
that's early 2000s, and then more recently, because I know he went off on a big spiel of only doing indie movies and personal projects and stuff like that. But the latest thing I saw him in was Her, which is that
yeah, he is in Her.
Siri Love movie.
He was also in Ladder 49, Hotel Rwanda, and a bunch of other things.
All movies from the early 2000s that I'm sure are fine.
Yeah, no, they ain't bad. I don't know. He's got a lot going on. He's got like 5 movies supposed to be coming out in 2018.
Right. So he's just taking a whole backflip on his whole.
I don't know. They could all be indie.
They could all be indie, actually.
Joker Origins doesn't sound too indie, but that sounds a bit more mainstream.
Yeah, I think it'll be up there. No, that's pretty interesting.
I'm surprised that they. Well,
I
actually,
don't-
I'm not surprised that they're doing a Joker origin movie. Joker's turned into the new Batman.
Yeah.
You know how Batman went through that phase where he was like super just everywhere, like everyone loved Batman.
You mean-
Batman was the coolest thing? He was the new Chuck Norris.
You mean the last 30 years of superhero films?
Yeah.
We had the Burtons, then the Schumachers.
No, I think it was a bit more later than that. I think it was more around like the Christopher Nolan period where he really
Yeah.
picked up.
because it was the only good superhero movie around.
Yeah,
now,
he was the new Chuck Norris. Like, you know how back in the day Chuck Norris was all like, you'd make all those Chuck Norris jokes, like Chuck Norris is so hard that
Yeah.
brick walls are scared of it.
he
or
still
something stupid
still
like that.
is, all right. Don't
Yeah.
discount him.
No, but now Batman's the new shit with that. Like, there's all those other stupid jokes going around. Just like, you wish you could be Batman. I've got no joke for it, but
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from.
yeah, it's like it's going in that.
You
cycle,
wake
but-
up as Batman. What do you do?
Yeah, but now I feel like the Joker is the new one of that. Like everyone just froths the Joker since Heath Ledger.
It's because he's edgy.
Jack Nicholson was the bomb for the record.
Oh, God.
Wait, I could go even further back to like Adam West's Batman and
Hell yeah, Cesar Romero.
yeah, that's
That
it.
that bloody mustache kills me. That's worse than fucking Henry Cavill's mustache.
No, it's not. But yeah. So I feel like the Joker's just the new in thing, which is a bit weird
But-
considering he's a homicidal maniac.
Okay. Let's think about this though. It's going to be an origin movie. Joaquin Phoenix is going to be playing him, right?
It's Yahuan.
So is this confirmed news?
Oh wait, it is Yahuin. Yeah, no, it's confirmed. Like I'm
How-
looking at his IMDb and it's right here.
So-
Untitled Joker origin movie. Joker.
So they're definitely going to have to be two Jokers, two different Jokers. That's what we're looking at here.
Well, I don't know, because like if Jared Leto doesn't renew his role, is Yaquin just gonna take over for that?
Nah, they can't. I mean, Jared Leto's what, 30 something?
Unless
That's a big age gap. He's considerably older. I can't. Sorry, Yachin.
Yaquin.
I can't see them trying to peg him.
Yaquin's only like 40 something,
Yeah, but
50.
I don't
maybe.
think.
I don't know.
Wow, big gap there, mate.
No, it's
I
not.
can't see them trying to slide him into the same role.
I don't know. Well, maybe
There was a lot of speculation when Jared Leto's was first announced that
he was the Robin.
Yeah.
That he was Jason Todd.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be a way of doing it, because if you make Yaquin the original Joker and then Jason Todd's just this stand-in, you can sort of like flick aside the Jason Todd, Jared Leto Joker anytime you want, and then just have Yaquin come into
Come
the
in
spotlight
and yeah.
as the real Joker.
Yeah.
That would be a way of doing it. It's not one that I would be a fan of, but that would be a way of doing it.
No, I'm okay with that.
I'm not, because I don't like the idea of Jason Todd being turned into the Joker. Like, that was always a little bit of a comic arc. Like, he becomes Red Hood, which was Joker's thing before he was Joker. You know, he was the Red Hood stand-in in that gang, in the Red Hood gang,
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff, depending
Yeah.
which comic you read. But, I was, he was that, but I just don't like him as the Joker.
Oh,
It's just-
I
yeah.
would prefer a Red Hood storyline, live action. That would be great.
Yeah,
I
for
watched the
sure.
animated one when I was younger, and
Just give me Nightwing, DC. Just give me Nightwing. That's all I friggin' want. Like, you've made it pretty clear that Jason Todd exists, which means Dick Grayson had to exist, which means Nightwing is out there. I want Nightwing.
I just want a Batman who's enthusiastic about still being Batman.
Wait, are you gonna make me defend Ben Affleck again?
No, he's good. He's good in one of the movies, two of the movies actually. Batman v Superman, which I will always.
Suicide Squad. He was.
Yeah, that's the
Pretty
second
good.
movie. I'm not saying he's good in Justice League. Do not get me wrong there. He's sad and he doesn't want to be there.
That's just old Batman. That's like
Sad
the
and not
Dark
wa-
Knight Returns.
Yeah,
Batman.
sad and not wanting to be there. Actually, you're right. I'm mistaken.
Just give me Nightwing. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes, it is.
Like, you were sort of hinting towards it in the Christopher Nolan series with what's
sort of hinting to it. That was a slap in the face at the end of that movie.
Yeah, they
That
literally named him
god-awful
Robin.
movie.
Anyway, yeah, so that's something that I would be somewhat excited to see, though.
I'd be okay with that. I'm down with it. They haven't.
I
mean,
am,
they-
but I just hope that they don't commercialize Joker too much. Like, he's already super commercialized. Like, he's friggin' everywhere. You walk into a superhero store or some sort of pop culture store, and it's just Joker slapping you in the face with his big white gloves,
either
doing his little pistol thing, shooting bang at your head.
that or Harley Quinn.
Yeah, like, they're way commercialized. But I just hope they don't, like, take it too far to wreck it. You know what I mean?
I think they will.
Because, like, I'm very much like a purist, like a content purist. That's why The Hobbit was trash. I'm very much a content purist. So, like, if they start going, oh, yeah, the Joker this, and making up all these, like, crap, weird storylines, that's where I draw the line. That's why I didn't like Christopher Nolan.
I find though a Joker origin movie is actually a little bit weird because throughout the comics and other animated stuff, you know, latest example, Killing Joke, they like, you know, giving you hints every now and then, but mostly keeping his backstory, you know, a secret and hidden. I know in more recent comics,
that's
that's been
always
completely been revealed.
No, but that's always been the Joker ever since, like, the friggin', I don't know, 60s or 70s. Whenever he came out, I can't quite remember. His backstory's always been an enigma.
Yeah, I like
and it's
that.
always been, like, hinted at, and then they sort of give you a backstory, and then they go, but is it, though?
Yeah, see,
Is it?
that's what I like about that. But I can't do that with an entire movie. I can't have that suspension of disbelief going, maybe it's not actually like this.
Yeah, man,
We're going to have a
that's-
whole movie
That's 100% why I'm saying like
This is
don't
actually- yeah.
don't commercialize the Joker.
This is actually making me angry now.
Yeah, he's an enigmatic character. Just let it be. You don't need to reveal, like, you don't need to milk the teat of money just out of every single little bit of storyline. You get me?
Yeah, I know, 100%. I'm on board with that.
Who's directing this movie? It's in pre-production, so I don't know how much information it's like. Yep, there's literally nothing. You go
Good.
into the IMDb page for it, and it's literally just Yaquan cast. That's it.
That's all they need.
That's all. That's all the storyline. That's like everything that it's literally got, except it'll be in English.
Look, I like Jared Leto enough. I didn't mind it in Suicide Squad. I could live with it. A bit of evolution on the.
Todd Phillips is going to be the director, and he did the screenplay.
Who the hell is Todd Phillips?
He did the Hangover movies, so you can tell it's going to be funny.
Oh, great.
He did Black Flags, War Dogs, Limitless, the TV series, not the movie.
Oh, okay.
Project X, Due Date. You know, like
Wow.
a lot
That
of,
is really. That's a weird choice.
He's done a lot of things.
Yeah, he's done a lot of things, but none of them.
Maybe they're really going hard on the whole funny side of it.
God.
I don't know.
That's not the kind of funny the Joker is.
Yeah, he's more like sad funny.
So us.
I don't know. Like, if you laugh too much at the Joker's shit, you should probably go to a psychologist.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of those things that you should be finding insanely funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to talk about a good superhero movie? Potentially, hopefully.
That doesn't sound too convincing, man.
Well, I don't know, man. Hollywood has made me skeptical on everything, man. Like, they're bringing out so much shit at the moment, like sprinkled in with a few good things that I'm so confused.
Well, what do you
I'm
got?
scared. Incredibles 2.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, that's gonna be good. And if
I've
it's
got-
bad, I swear to God.
I've got no information related to it. You
There's
Google it and you can't find anything. Like, they've given you a few new characters and all that sort of jazz, but like,
Well, they're saying it's gonna pick up right from the last movie.
I
Which was
thought there was going to be a time skip.
No. Apparently, it's straight after. So, end of the first one, you got that running carnival thing, running race that
and
dashes
then,
in, and then the Underminer comes
Underminer
in.
pops up, of course.
Now-
Everyone remembers him.
Yeah,
That very
obviously.
memorable villain.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be a big character. I reckon it'll be.
No, I reckon he'll be like a throwaway villain.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the world that they've created. Like, there's just so many supers and villains. There's going to be tons of throwaways.
But I think they do it in a really good way. It's not bad by any means. Yeah, like the core characters are interesting enough.
Are you
that-
telling me what it is, or are you like speculating?
I'm speculating and telling you.
Were you part of the Incredibles project?
I was.
I love it. Can you give me some inside information?
I can give you some inside information on the PS2 game from back in the day.
Oh shit! Yes.
Right?
Yes, I just replayed the Dash levels over and over, man.
You and Dash, man.
I love that, man.
I swear to God, that's the reason you bought Disney Infinity.
It was. It literally was. Like, just so I could sprint around as Dash. And then he wasn't even that fast. Like, you were racing me in a vehicle and you beat me.
What can
I
I
fe-
say? What can I say, man? Your powers aren't developed enough.
I suppose, like, in the movie, he does get chased down pretty good by those flying things.
Yeah, but do you know how those flying things work?
He's fast enough to run on water. There is no way that they were keeping up with him. I call shenanigans. Syndrome's doing something.
I would like
Something sketchy.
something sketchy. You don't say. Syndrome's doing something sketchy.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It does take place directly after the first film where it introduces the Underminer.
You mean, behold the Underminer?
I do mean that, yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how he spoke, but I do now.
Yeah, I got it for you. Now,
Um,
back in the day, the PS2 game did the same thing and took that spot straight up. And the Underminer was the main villain throughout the whole game.
Apparently, yeah, I do remember that actually,
Yeah.
but
But I reckon with this new movie, they won't do any of that. They'll have maybe 15 minutes.
That was
and that'll
just
be
like
it.
a little blow off,
Yeah.
sort of like an extra non-canonical
So
thing.
keep me satisfied for the next 10 years until the next movie came out.
Or it's just one of those things where like you sort of look at like I don't know, Doctor Who, and you're like, how are they having just non-stop friggin' adventures? And then you're sort of like, oh yeah, there's obviously days and weeks in between, and they're just, filming the stuff that's interesting. Like,
Yeah, no,
there's going to be boring days. So
I
there's
get
going to be
that.
days where the Underminer's like destroying the city, but it's like a crap fight. So they're like, fuck it, let's not film this.
Let's not film this.
I'm well aware it's animated. Like,
They d-
don't spoil my hopes and dreams. This is real.
There's an actual animated film crew that goes out on site to the animation world.
Yeah, they're part of the cleanup crew as well. Apparently, Mr. Incredible stays at home watching the kids more, and Elastigirl goes out to do her thing.
Elastigirl.
Yeah, you don't need to imitate everything.
I'm going to.
Okay.
That. Yeah, no, I can see them doing that.
I'm reading the plot right now.
All right, mate. Mr. Plot Device. I don't know where I'm going with that.
All right.
Please cut this.
All right, Connor and I have decided that we're going to do a word for word podcast reshoot of The Incredibles. I've forgotten how it starts. Go. No, it starts in the interview, doesn't it? Like the shitty little interview at the start. It's just like, I mean, everyone's got a secret identity. What, you think I want to go to the supermarket dressed up as Elastigirl? Come on.
Why did you say that line like Mr. Incredible?
Obviously I don't sound like Mr. Incredible. I don't know. Anyway, so speaking of like childhood treasures,
Yes.
HP.
HP.
Bit of HP.
It's coming back in a big way.
How many movies did they get signed up for?
I think it's 5.
5, including the one that's coming out, or 5 on top of that?
5 including...
Yes, five movies. There is 5 movies coming out, and apparently JK is going to be pretty hands-on with most of them. if not
Yeah.
all.
I think that's a good thing. I
She
mean,
has been pretty hands-on with everything. really.
everything.
Like,
I think she's very protective of it.
oh yeah, like all that random shit that she just pulls out after the fact. Like, oh yeah, Ron Weasley actually wears boxers, and whereas Harry's more of a briefs guy. Did you read those tweets?
No.
That's like a full-on series that
Oh
she
my-
did of like what sort of underwear everyone in the HP world wears. Like, she just brings out so much random shit because she answers almost every tweet that comes her way.
It's content.
Yeah.
Keeps it in the spotlight, I guess.
I don't know. Like everyone was whinging about so many plot problems with what was it, The Cursed Child?
Yeah.
But JK had like a hands-on part of it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go back to the original movies and books, there's a lot of plot holes there. So, look, I try not to criticize them too hard. Just enjoy them. That's the way I feel about them. But I am excited that
I
she's,
didn't
that
mind.
she's involved.
I didn't mind The Cursed Child. Like, did you read it?
No, I haven't.
It's actually not too bad. Like, there is a lot wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not the best thing ever.
Is that the one where it's like a screenplay?
Yeah, it's
Version?
a play.
I think that's the reason I didn't read it. 'Cause
It doesn't wholeheartedly read as a screenplay though.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not too sure, but hold up. Yeah, so you know nothing about The Cursed Child then? Like nothing, or
Pretty much nothing. It's what? How many years after Hogwarts?
I don't know. Like
He's one of the
it's at least 11.
yeah. 'Cause
Well,
one of
it's
the
set-
one of the kids is in school.
It's set directly after. I'm pretty sure, like the end
That
of
end
the
scene?
last HP movie.
Right.
Or at least almost directly after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all about like Albus Severus doing his thing.
Yeah, right.
Because
Is he the cursed child?
I don't know.
That's
It's not exclusively explained, or
Aw,
if it's
man.
I think it is him, or if it's like Harry doing his thing. Like
it's a bit of everything. Is Draco in it?
it's been a while since I read it. Draco is in it.
I
And
like that.
he's not friends with Harry like I sort of wanted him to be. I wanted him
Yeah.
to be like way more chill, like Sunday barbecues and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
But it's not.
But no, he's
Damn.
like they're on good terms, although in the book, sorry, they seem like not on great terms, but I think that's more like Draco being pissed with the situation sort of thing.
What, like how it all played out?
how it is playing out, because like it turned.
Oh, right.
Do you want some spoilers or not?
Yeah, go spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert for Cursed Child. So if you haven't read it, don't listen.
I am
Like,
the
just,
cursed child.
Just skip like 5 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
Or,
We'll time code it. It's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So Albus, Cerberus, and Draco's kid, I can't remember his name, become like besties, like hella besties.
Oh yeah, nice.
Because Albus actually gets sorted into Slytherin,
Ah,
and yeah, because like they make
thought that.
yeah, they make a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, what if I get sorted into Slytherin? And
Yep.
then he gets sorted in, and
And
everyone's
he
like,
actually does.
you're actually scum.
You're
But yeah, so
adopted, kid.
they get into shenanigans as besties and shit, and yeah, Draco's not cool with their shenanigans, so he starts taking it out on Harry, and Harry's like, nah.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, guys. Think about
Yeah.
how you were at school.
Well,
I mean,
Har-
obviously, I don't know what they get into, but you got to think about what they did.
Yeah. I don't, like it's not terrible. They break a lot of like laws and stuff.
That's what I love. I love stuff that it's not good, but it's not terrible.
Well, it's
all
not
about that.
it's not meant for like mainstream reading. It's a play. Like players have to be very rapid fire with their progress, you know. It can't be
Yeah.
like because they've got
It's not a
intermissions,
it's not a
they've
full
got-
book's worth of material.
Yeah, they've got a
condensed
certain
into
amount of
movie.
set to use, all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, everything like the cost just goes way too high. It's not a
Yeah.
movie. It's not a book. Like it's a play that was then adapted into a book for people to read because there was so much outrage that the play was only going to be in certain countries.
And I suppose when you look at it like that, it makes it okay, I guess.
Yeah. One of the big issues with another spoiler, folks, he uses a time turner.
But-
that's a big that's a central part of the plot. Basically, he uses a time turner to go back in time to stop Voldemort existing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a bit off the cuff. It makes a bit more sense when you read it. It does.
Okay.
It
Alright.
honestly does. Like
Yeah.
it sounds total trash right now, but it makes a bit more sense when you read it. Not great. Still not great.
Okay.
But makes a bit more sense.
Good. I'm prepared then.
Yeah, but isn't they say specifically in the book and movie that like you can only go back 3 days or something to prevent any like super catastrophes and shit like that?
I don't know about that.
I am going to look it up
I
right now.
think
All right, so I just looked into it. Time turners have a 5-hour limit on it.
Right.
They're the ones that are issued by the Ministry of Magic. They've got a 5-hour limit because they've deemed that 5 hours is like the safety period that you can be back in time for both
Yep.
the traveler and so they don't actually like, you know, fuck the world up.
I would like to know how they settled on the 5-hour period. Were there trial runs where they just fucked up a lot of shit?
Yeah, probably.
And they're major world events.
They probably just went back like 5 hours and 5 minutes, and then like they were standing there waiting for 5 hours, and then like in 5 minutes time, some dude's just like some malted corpse of like flesh or something, and they're like,
They're
yeah,
going, ooh, maybe we shouldn't do this.
let's rein this back in like 5 minutes. They did it in 5 minute periods, so there's like just all these pounds of flesh just everywhere, and then there's like 3 guys left, just like, all right, who wants to be the next one for 5 hours? And everyone they're like, fuck no,
They hit the sweet spot.
yeah, lucky.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's typical time turners, but then true time turners, which are like the prototype time turners, so
Yep.
time turners before they're like, you
Were
know,
time
done
turners.
properly,
Yeah.
can only go back for 5 minutes.
Oh.
And they found that some rando, I can't quite remember who it is because it's been a while since I read it, but you know, important villain of the book,
Yes.
created their own.
Yep.
And then Hermione and the Ministry of Magic, because she actually becomes the Minister of Magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Spoilers. Hermione, they go in, they crash it, they steal this time turner.
Yep.
Because as you know, they were all destroyed in the
Yep.
battle at the Ministry, the original ones. They go in, they take the time turner, and she puts it in her office for whatever reason. Albus and
Unnamed Draco child.
Mini Draco. Yeah, we'll go with Mini Draco.
Yeah.
Um,
Because that's virtually what this is.
Yeah. While they go in, they steal it, and then they go back in time to do a whole bunch of other stupid... Scorpius. Scorpius is his name. Scorpius
Is it?
Malfoy.
Terrible fucking name.
It's better than Snakeus. Snape or something.
I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest.
Anyway, so they steal it, and they want to go back in time to save Cedric, because they actually meet his father.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they meet Mr. Diggory. I don't know his first
Nice. Smooth.
name. I'm respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they go back to save Cedric to make Mr. Diggory happy.
Mr. Diggory was
And-
my father.
You know, they've only got 5 minutes to do it. And then, because it's the prototype
Yeah.
time turner,
Yep.
and they just, like, fuck up and just fuck the future to shit.
Wow.
This
This is actually really interesting.
It's a good book. And yeah, and then I don't know, shit happens, more shit happens. Somebody makes the time turner be able to go back further and shenanigans. Anyway, it wasn't terrible. And my point, going way back as far as I can remember, is that JK had input on it. Like
Yep.
she read it, she somewhat approved it.
Yep.
And as far as I'm aware with these Fantastic Beasts movies, she has had a lot of input. Like she's half written it or something, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think so. On that topic, let's talk characters.
Mm-hmm. What about him?
So we got a long list. You got Eddie Redmayne in there as Jesus Christ.
You got this. You got this. No, I'm not pausing. You got this.
Yeah, so cast-wise, you've got Eddie Redmayne, who's Newt Scamander.
Yep.
Great, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yep.
You got all your big name characters from the first one back. Excellent, except for Colin Farrell, which I'm really disappointed about. I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but I wish the character of Grindelwald just stayed as Colin Farrell. He
Yeah.
was fine. He was good.
A lot of people just have problems with Johnny Depp, I think. But I don't know. I think as long as he doesn't play that whole goofy, wacky character that he seems to all the time. Yeah. Like, you know, you got your Jack Sparrows, you got your Tim Burton movies.
Yep.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, all those characters that he plays, like Edward Scissorhands, you know, like he plays a spooky character. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
he plays a spooky character, but it's a different sort of like spoofy. You know, it's not like scary spoofy, which is what that Voldemort was made out to be scary
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yep.
And Grindelwald is arguably Voldemort before Voldemort.
Yeah, he
Grindelwald,
is.
in my opinion, Grindelwald was a better dark wizard than Voldemort from everything that I know about him.
Yeah, no, I
And that's
would
just my opinion.
I would agree with that. I
Because he
would
was more chill. Like he was more like that sort of. I don't know how to describe it. He was more like he had a vision. Voldemort just wanted power.
yeah, Voldemort just wanted to be the best wizard and live forever, which was his downfall, and you know, he fixated on Harry, which is what sort of lessens him as a villain in comparison to Grindelwald, whereas Grindelwald just had an idea and he went for it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's good, but I don't. The relationship that Dumbledore and Grindelwald build, you read about it in Deathly Hallows and Half-Blood Prince. You see it in the movies a little bit. I can't see these two characters. Jude Law, who looks great as Dumbledore. I was worried about how they were going to, you know, make him look in the movie. He looks great if you have a look at the cast photo.
Yeah, he does look pretty good.
Um,
I don't know how he all like acted out. Whether
yeah, like
because
he's-
they do sort of specifically make Dumbledore out to be like a renegade, reckless sort of guy in his youth.
yeah, I think
So like
however
his-
they do it,
his-
I'm okay with that.
yeah, his chill old man, wise wizard vibe that he gets going on in the HP days is directly because he was a bit of a dickhead in his
Yep.
young days.
Yep.
So I reckon it's chill having like a sort of like reckless out there, as long as they don't try and make him too Dumbledore.
Yeah,
I reckon
well,
that could really backfire on them if they make him too Dumbledore. You know,
mean-
like he needs to be a different character.
yeah, as long as they keep it, you know, close to the source, that's all they got to do.
But there isn't
We-
much
we know-
source is the problem.
There isn't much, but we know this basic information, how
It's
his
funny.
mannerisms were.
It's funny saying like keep it close to the source when the person writing this is the source.
Yeah. Well,
So
hey, no, we can't. You can't discount that. George Lucas, everything.
yeah, I suppose.
You know. What else? Indiana Jones.
Back to a Star Wars podcast.
Exactly. No, but I just don't see those two characters, and the way Johnny Depp portrays that character. You see him for 5 minutes at the end of the first one, and I don't see them getting along. I don't see them being friends. I don't see them being.
But I don't know when this was set because, like, to me, I'm sort of. Is this set in America or is this like they've gone to
I think they're
back
still in
to
America.
Europe?
Actually, now that I think
like,
about it,
you read the books, like there's no like what the fuck are they doing in America? Like is it just
Yeah.
because that's where they are at the time? They just want to bring these characters in just to fucking shoehorn them in or what? Because what the fuck are they doing in America? Because you know, like as far as I was aware, all this other shenanigans, like he was born in Europe.
Yeah.
He went to Durmstrang, which is
Yep.
a European school. You know,
what is he doing there?
what's he doing in America? And what's Dumbledore doing in America? Unless they came together for a reason, because I know they did a lot of stuff in their youth together, but they grew up together in Europe. So what the fuck are they doing in America?
That's a good point.
Like that's what I want to know. That's my only aspect that I want to know about it. Really, that's my biggest question.
Yeah. I just hope.
That and why
I just
is
hope the
everyone
characters
flipping
work.
their shit over Dumbledore not being actively gay in the movie? Like, have you seen all those news articles and shit about
Yeah.
people being unhappy with that?
Briefly.
just let Dumbledore be gay?
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. First off, it was something that JK brought out after the fact. It was just a little tweet that she sent out, and for a lot of people, it should have just been a whatever moment, like a big deal.
Yeah.
you know, a openly gay character. That's a big deal, obviously.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm totally down for that. But like, it was an after the fact thing that she put out just to give
Just
a
to-
little bit of a tidbit on the
yeah,
characters.
just to add more depth to the character.
Yeah, not once throughout the HP movies do you see him like making out with Flitwick in the corner or something. Just picture that image. not once is it a big deal. Not once is he like coming on to Snape or something like that, or using seductive language to anybody else. Like, it's not a big deal. It's part of his character. And I've got a lot of gay friends who don't openly go about their day telling everyone they're gay and having like big gay scenes in front of
Well,
everyone.
yeah. See,
Like,
that's a problem I find.
it's not a big deal.
You
Like,
don't
just-
have to be flamboyant.
Yeah, you don't have to be out there. You don't even have to express it, man.
Exactly.
Like, just they are what they are. Just let him be what he is and proceed with the plot.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to make a big openly gay scene where I don't want to go into too much detail what's going on in my head, but you know, it would make the movie much higher rated.
Yeah. Well, so I think that'll take the PG aspect out of it.
Yeah, so like it just doesn't need to be a big deal in my
No,
opinion.
I mean, I would be happy if they just, made references to, a past relationship between the two characters. That's fine.
Well, is this a past relationship, or is
I
this
think it
part
actually
of their ongoing
is.
time? Because
I think it's going to be past because Grindelwald is openly a hunted wizard.
yeah, in
Um,
this is he?
In this, yeah. So I think this is going to be a little bit ahead of that. So if they just sort of reference, but the way they talk about it in the original books is it's like a friendship, but it's a real close friendship. It's believable that they could be partners.
When she brought out the whole he's gay thing, that's when it becomes real believable. And
Yeah.
after you know that and you reread the books, you sort of go,
you go,
yeah, okay.
yeah, I could see how they can
I
connect
can see
easily.
them becoming close.
Yeah, it was
And-
it was not only what they were working on together. It was just a general.
Grindelwald's whole plan, like the whole world domination for the better of things, was Dumbledore's plan as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, like, I can see it being like a big thing that they're together, but the whole reason Dumbledore didn't stop him is this love for him, whether that be romantically or like just as a friendship.
or just as a friend, yeah.
That was the whole plot of it. So is he like openly trying to stop Grindelwald now? Is that why he's doing it? Like, why is he in America? Is he on holidays?
Yeah, he's just taking a trip.
What's happening?
He's just stressed out from Hogwarts.
I-
All this shit with Tom Riddle, man, it really set him off the edge. He had to go to a different country.
Yeah, I find it a little ridiculous though that like all this shit's happening in this very minute like wizarding community. Like, there's not that many wizards out there, let's be honest. Like, if you look it up, there was like 1,000 students at Hogwarts during the period that Harry was there. And as far as I'm aware, there's like 3 or 4 other schools. Like, correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong. There's like 2, Durmstrang, Beauxbaton, Hogwarts.
There must be an American one.
No, but those are like the 3 main ones in Europe,
Yep.
right? So say
So that's Europe covered.
say 1,000 because Hogwarts is a multi-gender. What's that word?
Yeah.
Not multi-gender, but anyway,
They got boys and girls there.
they
All
got
right?
boys and girls. They
Yeah.
got many a boy and many a girl to the sum of 1,000.
So are we talking 500 each for Beauxbaton and?
Yeah, something close to
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
they got to be a bit less. So
Yep.
let's say
maybe 750 each.
let's say an even 2,500 worth of students from that period. That's not that many people. Like, let's be honest.
No,
Unless
but
there was a lot of like homeschooled wizards. And
I think that
witches.
there were. That was a big thing.
But that doesn't make any
what
sense to me
family
because
did
is
that?
it like a coming of age thing or is it a learning thing? Because as far as I was aware, Hagrid got kicked out of school
Yep.
and was not allowed to use magic after that, even though he came of age. So how do they regulate all these homeschools? Like your parents could be an asshole who teach you nothing, you know?
That's a good point.
How are these kids learning maths is my question. Or do they just go off like, yeah, you're 11, you've learned all the maths you'll ever need to know?
I think that's how it goes. I mean, you know,
We're getting
But-
pretty off topic here, but my point is, so there's a very finite amount of witches and wizards, right? So, like, how can it be that all of a sudden all these bigger events are going on, and it's just like, yeah, Dumbledore's here, why not?
well,
Grindelwald's
maybe.
here, why not?
Well, Grindelwald is there first, obviously, being in the first movie.
This
So
isn't like a YouTube comment section, man. It doesn't need to be like first,
first,
second,
America first. I did it.
claimed.
Well, it makes sense that Dumbledore's in America because Grindelwald was there first, as shown in first Fantastic Beasts. So you know, Dumbledore's trying to track him down, trying to stop him or convince him to stop doing the things that he's doing. So I mean,
Dumbledore helped him do it.
well, that's what he's doing. He's making up for all the shitty things he's did.
What, killed his sister?
Oh, God, heavy.
Yeah, this got sad.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if they'll explore more of that because there's not too much of Ariana in
I
the
think
rest of it.
I think they'll probably explore it in the sense that it's a big effect on Dumbledore's character.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe maybe they will actually make him really Dumbledore-y because if this is post Ariana,
Yeah.
like then he's already starting to go the way of Dumbledore, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think like the final coffin, the final the final coffin,
the final coffin in the nail.
the final coffin in the grave.
Oh,
it's,
yes.
it's a mass grave.
Oh, God.
I think the final nail was actually having to fight Grindelwald.
Yeah.
That's probably what like set him off the most.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say. And that would cement his character for the rest
Yeah,
of it.
so I suppose they could have a bit of a mix of old school reckless Dumby and new Dumby.
Which is also old school.
Yeah,
Because he old.
Dumby's actually what Grindelwald called him.
Oh,
Dumby.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice little nickname. It probably won't be in the movie much because that's just the thing they kept between each other.
That's way too gay for the movie.
yeah, can't have none of that.
No Dumby.
Don't want any of that shenanigans.
I'm looking forward to it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, anything HP I look forward to. I was stoked to get the Cursed Child, to be honest.
Yeah.
And, disappointed all in the same breath, but still not bad.
Cool. All right, well, shall we move on to something else? You want to,
Yeah, right.
you want
Do
to
you
talk
want
about...
to talk about games a little bit?
Yeah, we can talk about games. I can talk about some games for a little bit.
What do you got on games?
Well,
What have I got on games?
what have you got?
I've got a lot, but
I've got
not-
nothing new. I
you're-
tried...
You're not a game guy.
Well, that's just rude.
Well, you're not. Let's be honest. So it's hard for me.
Only
To,
we can say that, man.
All right. So if I was to say to you, Shadow of the Colossus,
I know of it.
you know of it.
I know it's been remade for PS4.
Boom.
Boom.
What is
Mic
the point
drop.
of it? Don't
Uh,
drop the mic. They're
to
expensive.
yeah, I know, right? To get out of the shadow that is the Colossus of us all.
Deep,
Yeah.
but wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's a sick game, man. Like it's a massive open world game. Like it's the kind of game you should buy a PS4 for. Just do it. Just give in. But it's a massive open world game, and there's these massive like titans or colossus.
Oh,
Is it colossus? Colossi?
Colossi, I would say.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
happy with Colossi.
I'll look that up later.
Colossus is a little bit too much.
Well, I'm gonna use colossuses. You use colossi,
All right.
and Google will determine a winner later.
It's
I'm
me.
not betting on myself.
It's me.
Yeah. So there's massive colossuses, and you've got to basically like there's more plot to it, but you go around killing them.
See,
And
that's what I-
each colossus has its own sort of like mechanics, its own sort of fight. Like it's sort of like that just boss battle, constant boss battle going on sort of thing.
Then how is anyone liking that nowadays? Like, is it
Well,
quick
that's what
time
Cuphead-
events?
That's what Cuphead is.
Yeah, no, I
It's just
suppose.
Cuphead's just boss battles, man. It's just boss battle.
But
boss
it's a
battle.
different style, like I would say.
What, the side scrolling or
Yeah, it's a different aspect to it. It's
I don't know, man. I think a lot of what they're gonna pull is nostalgia because it was
Yeah.
a big game back in the day. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people loved it back in the day. I loved it back in the day.
which is why I haven't been able to, discounting the fact that I don't own a PS4.
No, but if you
I
look
still-
into it, you'll see it's a fucking great game. So you could be excited for it as a new game. You don't have to have that nostalgia to be excited about old games being revamped. Because if you know they're a good game, like you can still get excited about it. Just
Yeah,
look into
true.
it.
I'll let you have your fun.
Gee, thank you.
It's all good. I got you.
See, there's so much that I'd like to talk about that you just don't know, like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Because I'm not a games gamer.
You're not a game.
Yeah. Well, speaking of games, game, and gaming, the most game I've ever been is playing an early access game, which I did this week. I got Battalion
Yeah, that's that
1944.
World War II one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about the World War II shooters. Haven't played
That's what you play exclusively, World War II shooters?
not exclusively, mate. Don't categorize me as a 13-year-old child, all right? I don't
Wow.
need that.
Did you
But,
fuck my mum?
I definitely did. If you killed me, then I definitely fucked your mom.
I'll edit that out. Sorry, mum.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I like the World War II shooters, and I did have Call of Duty World War II pre-ordered, but I just thought I'm not gonna be big on the Call of Duty multiplayer nowadays. I don't want to play that game with a bunch of fucking 13-year-olds exactly saying they fucked my mom.
I don't know.
I'm not about that. I'm in it for the World War II side of that. I want a
Yeah.
good storyline,
You want
and
that
I'll get
plot.
it. Yeah, I'll get it when it's $60 cheaper than what it actually was on release day. But that's about it. So anyway, I got Battalion 1944. Alpha, it is hard to play. It looks nice, except the it's scratchy at the moment.
It's an early access game.
I
You
know
can't-
it's early access, but the way the characters move, you self-moving, it's fine. You see all the other characters around you, they're moving about 20 feet each time.
They're teleporting.
They're teleporting, they're apparating each point, and they are just destroyed me. I don't know how. I don't get how everyone was
I told
killing
you,
me
you're not
so
moving
easily.
enough. You need to.
I gotta learn to
You need to
apparate.
start teleporting.
Oh, that's it.
It's actually a button that they're pressing. Didn't you not know? Like, it's a well-known
Oh.
fact. World War II, they invented the teleporter.
That
and
is
then
right.
It was destroyed
And
by
then
Nazi Hitler.
They buried it because it
Yeah,
was just
by
it was-
robot Hitler.
Yeah, robot Hitler. It was
Yeah.
too dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't know why robot Hitler buried it then.
It's a well-known fact, though, that like they invented the teleporter back in WW2.
Wait, which country invented it?
Sweden.
God damn it, Sweden.
Sweden, yeah.
You're so good. You and your chocolate.
Yeah, they invented the teleporter. And then a dude who was just over there just for the chocolate got his hands on it and went, wow, this would be great for the war effort. Brought it back. And then everyone started using it. And then Robot Hitler was like, nah, man, I ain't about this life.
can't
He was
have
actually
this.
Robot Hitler at that point.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, man, I ain't dealing with these shenanigans. And put a stop to
Put a
it.
stop to it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably why you're not good at the game.
Yeah, I
Because you
know,
haven't
right?
unlocked the teleporter yet.
That's alright. I'll just refund it.
Yeah. That's the best part of early access games, though, is the glitches. Like, do you remember that Battlefield one where the dude had that long ass snake neck?
What?
Don't you remember that?
Nah, man.
I'll have to
That
show
ain't
you
me.
later.
Yeah, no. So I'm happy with that. I'll learn to teleport and I'll play it some more.
Yeah, get your teleport on.
Yeah.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
Out of 10.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing ratings for games now.
Really out of 10 though. Seems a little bland.
Out of 5, then.
God damn, so much pressure now. Got to narrow that down.
What do you mean bland? What do you want me to say? 1 being World War 1, 10 being World War 2?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Okay. I would give
they
it.
deserve equal respect.
I would give it probably a 4 for the concept.
4 for the concept.
Yeah. Like it's not there yet.
That's pretty low. Wait, are you
Out
doing
of-
10 or 5?
I'm doing out of 5, man.
Oh,
Come
okay,
on.
that's pretty high then.
Yeah, exactly. See?
That's like an 8 in 10 terms.
Well, some would say.
I would.
Some would
It's
say.
just simple maths.
No, what?
Simple maths.
I went to Hogwarts. I don't know maths.
Right. Even they would know that 5 by 2 is 10.
I don't know, man. You met many 11-year-olds. They're pretty dumb.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. A lot of them fucked my mum too.
God.
I only know them from COD.
What else you been playing?
I've been playing Breath of the Wild a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I finally got my Switch only like a year or so too late.
Yeah.
So like half the game's already a bygone.
It's alright. We'll just release this in 2016 or
But-
17.
Yeah, man, Breath of the Wild is good.
Yeah.
There's so many things that they add into it that you wouldn't even like think about.
Do you need to play the older...
Nah, man, not at all.
No?
Nah.
Okay.
Like every Legend of Zelda follows the same like theme. You know, there's Ganon, who you wouldn't know, but he's the main villain.
Yep.
There's Zelda and there's Link.
Zelda's the one with the green hat, right?
I hate you. But they're all like reincarnated over and over for each game series, basically.
Yep.
And that's basically like the plot is it's just a repetition of past events.
That's...
Really, it's an interesting way of doing it, but it works.
Yeah, well, obviously it works. I mean, it's gotten this far.
Well, yeah, man, it's just a great series, and for a lot of people, like it's a combination of nostalgia and it being a great series.
Yeah.
But Breath of the Wild, man, holy shit!
Well, it looks amazing.
It's such a risky game too, turning a Zelda game into an RPG. It's risky, but there's so much cool shit that they do in it. Like they've got lightning storms in it, right? And
Yep.
if you've got a metal weapon equipped, that lightning sort of like targets onto you.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like legit.
That's
But if you've got a
amazing.
metal sword and you throw it away, the lightning will strike the sword all the way over there.
Oh my
so like
God.
you can get tactics about it. So if there's like enemies near you in a rainstorm, you can throw a sword at them and then the lightning will strike them.
That's just incredible.
Yeah, it's cool all the little details that they bring into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what... Yeah.
The,
That's
the
just
only thing I
great.
don't like about it is like there's a weapon durability system, and so you've
Oh.
just got to carry just a shit ton of weapons because they break so easy and so fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a bit of a pain, but fuck, it's a good game, man.
Yeah, no, I am really keen to play it whenever I buy a Switch. Probably in 10 years' time, I'd say. When it's not relevant.
Yeah, when it's like at a garage sale or something.
Yeah, that's probably when I'll pick it
for
up.
like $5.
No, the only reason I wouldn't get a Switch, at least at the moment, is the games available. You've got Mario Odyssey. I mean, I like Mario, but I like...
Mario Odyssey's gotten like great ratings though.
Yeah, but Mario's not one of those nostalgia ones for me. I never had a 64.
Like I said, man, like you don't have to be nostalgic.
No,
about
I know
something to,
that.
like enjoy it.
But what I'm saying is like I couldn't justify spending the money on a Switch when Breath of the Wild looks great. That's probably the only game I would play on there.
Splatoon 2.
Yeah,
I'm all
maybe.
about that Splatoon life.
Yeah, maybe. But like Jesus, Skyrim, it's a fucking 6-year-old game.
Yeah,
Let
a
it-
successful 6-year-old game.
Let it die. Just let it live happily in my memory. I can't handle all these remakes. Like it's
I don't know,
been
I'm-
done to death.
I'm not a fan of Skyrim being brought out on like every single thing, but at the same time, like
I get it from
it's
the
a good game.
I get it from the perspective that it is good on the Switch in the sense that of that portability. You can have it playing and then you can just go on a plane
Yeah.
or whatever.
But
that's good.
I've
but you
already
need...
got Breath of the Wild. Why would I want Skyrim?
Well, there you go.
But like it is really good though that I don't have to plug my 360 back in again to play Skyrim. I can just like get my Xbox One fire and put my disc in and I'm good to go.
Yeah, okay.
Plus mods. I'm all about them mods now.
I would say that's the only reason it's lived on.
I've
The
modded
modding
the
community.
shit out of my game.
Yeah,
It's almost unrecognizable.
nice. I would say
Um,
that's the only reason it's lived this long. Because the mechanics aren't great, let's be honest.
Speaking of nostalgia though, like do you want to talk about Lego?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Love Lego.
Alright. Well, like more specifically the Lego games.
Oh, okay.
It's
Then
been a
no.
long time since I've spent a shitload of money on Lego. Doesn't matter what you buy, it's a shitload of money.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, all the Star Wars Lego I want, I would have to take out another loan.
Yeah, shit, yeah. But the Lego
So
games,
talking-
man,
yeah.
are just dying in the ass, in my opinion.
Oh,
Like I used
100%
to
agree.
love them. Like they were the most chill games. You just go into it. There was no like big thing at risk. Like if you lost all your lives, you'd have to start again. You just lose a few hearts, pop out,
Yeah,
and
sweet.
pop back in.
Lose a bit
Yeah.
of coin, you're
So-
good to go.
Solve coin. You mean studs?
Studs.
Solve a few puzzles. It's just a nice, relaxing game, but it's fun because it's got like so many of your familiar characters. Like
Yeah.
Lego Batman, that was the shit. Lego Batman 2, even better. Lego Batman 3, not quite as good, but still fucking good.
Still up there. So what was the first Lego game you played?
Probably Lego Star Wars, but I never actually played it properly. It was
Okay.
like one of those demos at Toy World
Yeah,
where they had the
right.
thing set up, and I played that a fair bit. But the first proper
So you just
proper
stayed in
one,
the shop and played it
Yeah.
day in, day and night? Yeah.
but the first proper one was Lego Indiana Jones.
Really?
Yeah, like the original.
Wow, okay, yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
And then I started playing Lego Clone Wars.
Yep, that is the peak. I would say
That was
peak.
like probably my first game that I actually 100%ed as well.
Wow.
Got like all the mini kits, got fucking everything. I played that game to death, man.
It
And they had all
started
they had
an
that
addiction.
sick like thing where you build your army. You remember that? Like when you played
Yes,
against someone, you build your
yes.
little army and
Yep.
go around
I
destroying their
loved
stuff.
those levels.
It was like the best. I don't know why they got rid of that.
Fuck, we gotta play that again.
Yeah. But yeah, Lego Batman 1, great. Lego Batman 2, great. Lego the Star Wars, like pretty much all of them.
I would
Great.
say I haven't played the most recent Force Awakens one, but
Neither. I didn't even get it.
yeah, neither. I would say that's probably reflecting on the other Lego games that have been out. So what's
Well-
been the most recent ones? We've had
No, but like Lego,
Avengers.
yeah, like Avengers 2 was the most recent one, but that was after the Force Awakens.
Ah, okay.
So like let's go back. Let's go on the timeline. So
Yeah.
Lego Lord of the Rings was pretty good.
Oh,
That was the
I
first
enjoyed
time. Yeah, that was the first time that they started using like stuff directly from the movie.
that. Not
Like
a fan.
They used quotes. It was good in Lego Lord of the Rings. It was funny. It was tasteful.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Lego Batman, they introduced talkies and
Yep.
people actually saying words.
I liked that because it
It was original.
original. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
good.
new storyline, so it remained interesting.
Yeah.
I would say.
And then Lego Marvel came out,
Yep.
which was also original storyline. The
Another good one.
plot wasn't as good, but it was a good game all the same.
I think exploring the city was probably my funnest bit.
Yeah, man. Spider-Man slinging around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Iron Man, just anyone were flying around. And then when I realized that, you could just go to Stark Tower,
Yeah.
that was sick. Like I didn't know it was all that open world. And then when I just discovered that, I went, how far can I fly with Iron Man? And I just kept going. I went, holy shit, is that the helicarrier up there?
Yeah.
Flew up to it. It was just so cool.
That's like the moment that I realized that Iceman in that game did that little like speed ice skating thing when he
Yep.
runs, where he puts his arm behind him, like does the. I'm doing it now. You can't see it. This will
It's
be
great.
This will be in the video edition.
Yeah.
So, quick, set a camera up.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lego Marvel, pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
And then Lego Hobbit, fucking trash.
Absolute garbage.
Because they did the same thing as Lego Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna stop saying Lego just for time's sake.
Yeah, that's fine.
They did the same thing as Lord of the Rings, where they stole shit from the movie, but it wasn't tasteful in any way, shape, or form. It
was
wasn't
just
funny.
lazy.
Yeah,
It was just a way to just give you the story.
and it was they brought it out when only one or two of the movies were out.
I think it was the first one was already out, and the second one was being released, I think, 6 months later.
Yeah, so like it was well established. It was going to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
But they bring out the movie. They bring out the game after one movie. So
Yeah.
obviously that screams to me, paid for content after this.
Well, I don't know if they were originally going to have it as paid for, but the interesting thing about that is they were always going to have the third movie be released for that.
Yeah.
It was never released.
Yeah, because it was a trash game.
Well, it was a trash game and it was a trash movie.
Yeah. But like it's to me, you bring out a movie, like there's 3 movies in the series. You're well aware of that.
Yep.
There's one movie released, there's another one on its way like a month or two later, and you decide to bring out the game. That's just lazy.
I
That's
think
just,
it's
just
very
money
ballsy.
hungry. That's just money hungry laziness.
I would say it's
to
very
me.
ballsy for them to base a prediction that you're still going to be playing this one game, that far into the future. That's at least another year and a half before the last movie was going to come out. They had always planned to do that last movie as DLC.
Maybe they're just hoping that like they want to make it relevant again.
True. True, and just having it based on the same engine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where Lego started to die a bit for me.
Yeah,
in
that was
one.
that was the last Lego game I actually bought.
Like Lego Batman 3, that was pretty damn good because it had so many like obscure heroes that people just wouldn't know unless you know.
Yeah,
But
there was a
just
ton
having them,
I had to Google after playing that game.
yeah, just having them though was just great. I
Yeah.
loved it. Plus the whole world system, like you travel to different planets, doing different things on the planets rather than having like an open world city. You're going to different planets, like all the different home worlds of the lanterns.
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then we take a fucking nosedive with Lego Marvel Avengers.
It was just so boring.
It was just playing the movie, like, but
I thought
there was nothing to it. Like, it went so fast.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they were going back. At first, I liked the idea of it because I was like, oh, sweet, we don't get to miss out on all this stuff. But then, it just sort of like I remembered all the other things like Hobbit and all that. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is just going to be a rehash of that,
But
and
then-
it's just going to be boring.
But then you're running around the city, and you're just sort of like, well, I've done this. I
Yeah.
did this in Lego Marvel.
Yep.
Like, I did this, but I was able to play as Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Yeah. All the
You know,
actual.
the X-Men and stuff like that. Whereas
Yeah.
in this, I'm very limited to like there's a bunch of cool Marvel, like you can play as what's the dog's name? Cosmo.
Cosmo, yeah.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Cosmo.
Anyway, you can play as those like
Dog.
those goofy obscure characters, but I've still cleared New York.
Yeah.
Like it's still the same place.
Yeah, and they restricted it to the characters in the MCU. So you just lose out on a big chunk of
yeah.
Yeah.
But
playable
then
characters.
what did they do after
playable
that? Then the
storylines.
Force Awakens came out,
Yeah.
and I had the exact same opinion as The Hobbit. You've made one movie of a well-known fact of a trilogy,
Yeah, I couldn't believe it
Like,
actually
you
when
just-
when they just brought that out.
but the movie.
I
Didn't
thought
have
they were
that-
going to do more Clone Wars.
Yeah, the movie didn't have that much in it. Like, how can you stretch an entire game? Like, they're just making the game smaller and smaller, and but keeping the price tag the same.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just getting less and less worthwhile. Plus, it's just depressing having, the Clone Wars back in the day, one of the greatest Lego games, just shat on.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would love for them to bring out another Clone Wars game. That'd pull me back in.
I'd be happy for them to bring out Rebels, like Lego Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm not a huge fan of the series, I've been meaning to get back into it.
But they could have very similar mechanics, like the whole war ground, got to destroy this particular bit of equipment,
Yeah,
travel across a battleground thing. They could bring that back
You
because
just
there
have it
is a whole
slightly
lot
small
of
scale.
yeah, but
Yeah.
there is there's wars and stuff in Rebels.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I mean, I just want a good game.
Yeah, I want a good
when
Lego
it
game
comes
again.
down to it, that's all I want. Is that hard?
I don't know. I don't know whether they're putting too much attention into Lego Dimensions and then just like skimping on everything else.
Is it still going?
I think so. I don't know.
I thought that died when Infinity died.
No, I don't think so. Because like Skylanders is still going strong.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to get into that, and I almost
it would
did.
cost way
but it would
too much money.
Yeah, that's it's just such a big price tag for buying characters. You're used to having all these characters immediately in a Lego game, or at least unlocking them. Which is half the fun. But for them to turn around and be like, yeah, no, you just pay real world money and you can have this character. $15, you'll get 2 characters.
That's the way everything's going now, though.
Yeah. Well, prime example, Battlefront 2.
Well, yeah, I'm not even going to get into that.
Nah.
What else is interesting? See, Twitch is really clamping down on like the policies that they've got, like the no sexual content policies, that sort
Really?
of stuff. Yeah, which is funny because you get a lot of like Twitch IRL people going to the gym and stuff, skipping down to like their bikini in the gym and doing a workout, and so they're going to clamp down on that shit.
Really?
And,
just why though? Like, I mean, how many? Like, what complaints are they getting from this sort of stuff? Like,
I don't know. I think because it's too easily accessible. Like, there's no real age filters on it. Like, occasionally you'll click on a link and it'll come up saying, this is intended for a mature audience. All good? Yep. So it's, like, too easily accessible. And as a mother, if
As-
I was to look through my child's, search history and see Twitch, it's not exactly like, oh, this kid's looking at sexual stuff. It was just, he's looking at game stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah,
like,
I
I mean,
suppose.
porn is easily accessible.
It's just as
Let's be
easily
honest. But
accessible.
if it comes up in your search history, that's a red flag.
Yeah,
Twitch
true.
is not.
Twitch isn't. I don't know.
But it's not just like sexual stuff. They're clamping down on like racist stuff,
Yep. That's a lot to monitor.
harassment, community behavior in general.
That's a lot to monitor.
There's a lot of people that work for Twitch though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like it's not one guy at an office trying to go through like
It's just stressing out. They've put in this new law.
somebody help.
He's just trying to get through it all.
Before he was just watching games and he was chill. Like he was just hoping that like the mods on these accounts would like do their job. But now he's just freaked out.
In way over his head.
What else is going on? Oh yeah, speaking of streaming, did you see YouTube's gonna crack down on like arsehole creators?
Would this be referencing Logan
Paul?
Paul?
Yeah. Well, not referencing him specifically, but I'm sure it's a bit of
This
like
is-
backlash from him.
Definitely triggered it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like a forerunner. Like, I never personally liked him, but
I've never liked him, even back in Vine.
Yeah.
When it was so easy to be funny on Vine because you had 5 seconds. I still didn't like him.
yeah, I
But
know.
Since
But,
he's become on YouTube, like he's just let it go way to his head.
like, and they had him in one of the YouTube Red movies, even.
Yeah, the culling or something
Yeah,
weird
it
like
was
that.
one of those ones where you got to be smart as a kid, otherwise they kill you or something.
Yeah, like to keep the
Pretty sure he was playing a 15-year-old, but he's like 25. It's one of those ones.
I don't know, dude needs a haircut.
Yeah, come on, man, grow up.
The thinning is
The
what it's
thinning.
called. Yeah.
That sounds worse.
Yeah. Well, it's
Definitely.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
was gonna make a really bad joke there, I won't. But yeah, he's jumped up way too hard. And it's weird though, because he was sort of like he was there, but he wasn't really in your face.
yeah. I mean,
You know what
see,
I mean? And then
when
his
I heard-
brother came onto the picture.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a competing dickhead. If he
It's
can be a dickhead and make money off it, I can make extra money off it.
it's just bad. It's just like a high school student just online and in your face. I hate that.
Yeah, well, he's only 21.
He's younger than me, so he's a hooligan.
Yeah, exactly. He's like 12.
Yeah, he's
He's
like
just buffer than me,
Yep.
way richer than me.
that's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, I know. Don't depress me. But yeah, I don't know, man. But it's not just him. Like it's all.
Oh, I wouldn't.
It's gonna crack down on like all the YouTubers and
So
shit.
is this just their advertising and promoting these people?
Like their recommended page.
Yes.
Problematic content creators, as they put it, is not going to make it to the recommended page, basically.
Right. So is this gonna possibly make a lot of unknowns come to that recommended page? There's gonna be actual.
I doubt it. Think of how many videos are on YouTube, and how many of those videos have probably like 2 views.
Yeah.
It's still going to be the popular people. It's just going to be like the popular saints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or they're gonna crack down on their attitude, but probably not.
Well, I don't
They've
know.
got plenty of other forms of media that they can go to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's Twitch. A lot of YouTubers going to Twitch now. Yeah, I think on the whole, cracking it big on YouTube is sort of like it's sort of a dice roll,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Like you've really got to advertise yourself heavily to your friends, and then have them advertise you heavily, because if you don't do that,
Ugh.
like you got no views. It's like being on the last page of Google, man. No one's ever going to find you.
Yeah. No.
Even if you've got a really specific search, you're not going to be found unless like you give them the whole URL of the video. It's not going to be found.
Yeah.
So like it's pretty hard to crack big on YouTube, like especially these days when all of YouTube's starting to die off a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's about all the time we've got time for.
Yes. Time
Those are mouth words.
turners.
I've been Lindsay,
I have been known to be Connor. Not often though.
and I think that'll do us.
Yeah, cool. How do you end a podcast?